but I don't think on item H I will be supportive of raising people's utility rates. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Frutos. I have a few comments. First of all, and I respect everyone's opinion on this, in order to grasp and appreciate this, and the 2.5 or 2.9% rate increase per year, that's compounded. I believe Mr. Davis just indicated about 0.5% or something when you compound. You're looking somewhere between 2 and 3% each year over the next 5 years. That's very significant. I don't think people's incomes go up regularly like that. And on top of those increases, there are taxes on top of those increases. So it really hits for certain people very hard. That being said, we have heard repeatedly during this public hearing process and others that the driver for the increases is this mandate from the state for renewable energy. Now, I haven't looked at all the recent changes that might have occurred in the legislation, but when I last looked, there were sections in the various bills that had to do with a community's ability to pay. And maybe people in Sacramento think Burbank can pay whatever increases come our way. But when you speak to people in the community, they're having a problem paying their utility rates. The second issue is it's a little bit more procedural. I believe it's Proposition 218 in play here. That we were required to send notice to the community. And the last verbiage we had in our report, staff report, said that if a majority protested the rate increases, there wouldn't be a rate increase. That's state law. The problem is every single person I've spoken to since that meeting in this city, including very educated people and people who follow council meetings, couldn't figure out what the heck that meant. The notice was absolutely inadequate as far as I'm concerned. No one understood that I spoke to that if 50%, and I don't know if it's the ratepayers or property owners or whatever the interpretation of the law, if 50% submitted written opposition, that would stop a rate increase, whether the state mandated it or not. Now, if anyone in this council chamber or anybody in the city can show me who a person who understands the English language read that notice and understood that, then I'll hold my tongue. But I don't think that's going to happen. The fact of the matter, a notice was sent out, and it was stated that if you object, you can submit written comments to that effect. But it's not the same as telling people if you voice collectively your opposition, it won't happen if it passes 50% of whatever the threshold is. So first and foremost, I think the notice was insufficient, if not defective. Second, I think that the rate driver, which is this renewable resource mandate from the state, I'm not contesting that the laws are in place. I'm saying that it's incompatible with the sentiments of our community. Nobody in this city had an opportunity to vote on these things. These were handed down from folks, either from Sacramento or other places, on the belief that somehow doing what they're mandating is going to protect our climate and protect our world. You may believe it, you may not, but that wasn't something that was voiced by a vote of the people. Some individuals made that decision, and that's why they're called mandates. They're being directed to us. And I think the city as a policy has done very well, including our utility. This is not a criticism in any way of our utility or the staff of our utility. Have done every way possible to comply with the direction of this council and with the state mandates. I'm saying that those mandates need to be challenged. They need to be challenged because they're economically unsustainable in this community at this time. Perhaps in the future, we will be in a different economic situation. And I believe, as I believe the Director Ron Davis just said, if he was able to assemble, without the constraints of the mandate, a portfolio of energy for our city that would not drive the rates up at this time. And I think we need to at least look at that and consider if we can do that, because I fail to see proof of the justification for these mandates. I'm seeing beliefs, suggestions, correlations, but I think that's a lot of speculation, and it's costing our ratepayers millions of dollars a year. So no, I'm not going to support this item at this time, and I hope we as a council can maybe change our policy direction to our staff to look at something, and if we need to challenge and discuss with the state their positions, maybe they need to hear from the people that they're representing as well. Thank you. Any further comments by council members? Okay, we have a motion and a second on item H, which is to adopt a resolution of the Council of the City of Burbank approving increases to fees and charges for water, refuse, and sewer service for inclusion in the 2014-2015 citywide fee schedule. Madam City Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilmember Talamantes.
No.
Councilmember Brick.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Gordon.
No. Oh, I'm not vice
I'm
mayor.
sorry.
That's
I
okay.
apologize.
used to
I
be.
just looked at. Got me here. Okay. Vice Mayor Frutos.
I'm the slender one. No.
Sorry. Councilmember Gabel-Luddy.
Yes.
And Mayor Gordon.
No.
Thank you.